There's a video of a PoE streamer that quit streaming. I want to watch that on my stream.
Take 12 on this video, and I've been going at it for 3 hours. I'm trying to get to the point, okay, of why you might know with the title why I'm done with streaming and why I'm done with PoE. I've been playing for 8 years, 20,000 hours, extremely unhealthy relationship with the game.
Good, I'm proud of you. Good start.
To me, PoE is the definition of copium. I've coped with bad life things, bad life events with PoE. You know,
I do the same thing with WoW.
For me, a way to
absolutely
numb my brain from this life that was too hard for me.
Because you're distracted,
things that were too hard for me to deal with. And it just came in to replace other addictions that I now don't have anymore. So yeah, like Path of Exile, what did I like about this game? In the first place, I always thought that we're being taken on a journey. I felt like I was part of something, you know what I mean? When I first bought my first supporter pack in 2013, the Regal supporter pack, I was like, you know what? This game in its state, it's pretty trash. Like, I'm not even sure that me buying this supporter pack will not end me, you know, being hacked. Like, I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe it's a scam. I had no idea. And now, fast forward 8 years, let's be honest here. It's a dumpster fire. Like, it's a company that make 50 million yearly profit, like 50 million in profit a year in a free-to-play game, who refuses to address like the absolutely pathetic performance of this game, holding quality of life hostage and giving us bones here and there. Like, hey guys,
is he playing WoW? Did they Photoshop PoE in front of this? Like, I'm pretty sure he's playing WoW. Yeah, I that's gotta be it. He got confused. I think he played the wrong. He logged onto the wrong game, man. WoW's not free to play? No, I get that, right? It's just, I'm just joking around. Like, I know PoE has some of the problems too. I mean, PoE, like right now, I think the problem with PoE is that you have to do too many things to feel like you're kind of good. You have to like level up your character. You have to like get obviously all your gear. And like that was always the case, right? But now you have to do like your Atlas. You have to do like your Maven stuff. You have to do, you know, like all these other like secondary progression systems. It's like basically they added in artifact weapons and an Azurite necklace to PoE, and you have to regrind it out every 4 months. And so yeah, of course people are gonna get exhausted by that.
But the thing in the truth is like, you know, I was at least addicted. But even then, right now, like the product, the drug has been so diluted, and it's just so weird now.
You can't get the hype.
I don't feel like I'm addicted anymore. I'm ready to move on and be a good Christian boy, you know?
Okay.
So yeah, like, so now back to the point. Back to streaming. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not really a big fan of PoE anymore. I have barely any, like, it just getting up and thinking I have to stream, even though my livelihood depends on it, like, gives me anxiety. That's how bad it is. I don't want to play this game anymore. But there's no other game.
There's a lot of times that happens, right? And like people will get attached to like one game or something like that. And like you could say that I'm like this too, where like it becomes really stressful to play the game all the time because it's like the last thing that you want to do. It's like, how do you deal with that? Like for me personally, I'm lucky in a lot of ways that you guys are more okay with me, you know, doing content like this, like just watching videos, hanging out, doing the normal stuff. But imagine that I was like a super hardcore Mythic Plus only player, and everybody watched me because they wanted to get my weak auras and see how well I did Mythic Plus. And I got like 3,000 viewers. I guarantee you, if I moved over and I played Binding of Isaac or Hades or something like that, I'd go from that 3,000 viewer core down to like 200 or 500 viewers. Like you'd lose, you know, 80% of your viewers by doing that. But like you watch some of these streamers that are gameplay streamers that built around like one game, and watch them go to another game and their channel's dead, man. So like what I'm saying is that whenever these people move away from what they're known for, it's very hard to be able to do that and still grow and not end up hurting your channel. There have been some people who have tried to move away from the game that they were playing initially and then play another game instead, and then their channel died. And we can think of a lot of examples of people who that did not happen to. Like somebody said, Maximilian Dude, that's one. XQC, that's another one. Soda Poppin' used to be WoW only. XQC used to be Overwatch only. And many of the big streamers nowadays, they used to be one game Andes. But for every moon, for every soda poppin', there's a million. I'm not going to give out names, right? But like, people who like tried to move on and play variety games and they killed their channel. And they don't, like, you probably don't remember their names in many cases because they're dead streamers that nobody cares about anymore.
That give me this fix. So I'm just waiting. Now what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Am I going to be like a 50 viewers, like last Epoch streamer who like scrap the bottom of the barrel? No, I'm good. I got a master's degree. I speak 3 languages. I can just go get a job, and I'm going to do just this. So back to Twitch. So Twitch was fun for me while I had a game.
See, wouldn't that be crazy if you had a job? For me, like if I ever stopped streaming, like I left college. I was like, I have a degree, right? But I was like a meaningful degree. I don't really have much of a meaningful degree. My degree doesn't really matter. It's fucking business administration. Who cares? I don't have a master's degree. And so, like, if I quit streaming or something like that, it's not like, I'm here to work at Facebook as a programmer. Well, my experience, I yelled at a computer screen for 3 years. No, nobody really gives a shit. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. And also, like, you have an org, you have plenty of investments. The thing is, like, for me, like, I am an exception, okay? There's a million people that are in my exact same position that are getting 1,000 viewers. There's way more of them than there are me. What I'm saying is, like, a lot of people don't have that option. They don't have that opportunity. I mean, streaming is a great job. A lot of people enjoy it. But there's some people that wouldn't enjoy it for a number of different reasons. It's not like streaming is perfect for everybody, for a number of reasons.
Honestly, it's great. Like, when you're just cruising, when you're not in the game, when you're a top player in the game, and you might say, oh, somebody, a top player, say what you want, I am. Like, that's the truth. I spend so much time in this game, and I know so much about the game, that I had room. There is room for a player like me and a content creator like me in this space. And it's super easy. You just play the same game all the time, and you just make content with something you know very well, so it's easy content to make as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And so when PoE started becoming like less fun for me, and more of a chore, and very, very, very like always the same thing, and the meta being super stale, and now this league being stale but also worse because there's not as much endgame as before. I feel like this league the game lost a lot of its soul, and it's just now just mindless. Hey guys, we want to keep you in the game until you cave in and buy boxes. So please stay. Like, there's no appeal to me. This game has no appeal. I think I've done it all. And yeah,
just keep them addicted until they get the box.
I think Twitch has to go as well, because if I don't want to play the game anymore, at this point I'm gonna say I don't want to play any game at all. Like, I'm done with gaming, I think. for the time being, I think it's time for me to move on. I'm 33 years old. I have nothing to my name. I have a PC, 2 guitars, a few vinyls. And
it's fucking weird, man, because like whenever you're like 22 years old, you feel so good about living at your mom's house and having her deliver you nuggets to your computer chair that you sit there all day playing video games at. And it feels so good. And I remember, how do I know that? I wonder how I know that. And I did it for years and years and years. It was so good. It was amazing. Like, if I could fucking go in a time machine back to fucking that time and then just sit there for 1,000 years and just chill with the boys, playing WoW, going to McDonald's, trying to scrounge up some fucking money to buy a 44-ounce drink. It was so good. Like, how could you ever want to leave that? But it leaves you. And then you're 29. And you're 30 years old, 33 years old. And it's just something that's inside of you that says it's time to do something different. And it's so scary. Because everything that you spent your whole life doing, everything that made you so happy every single day, is now the one thing that you want to get away from. Fuck.
And that's it. That's all I have. And yeah, I didn't see things like this for me growing up. I always thought, I don't know, I would build things and do interesting things, not just
I never did
entertain people.
I never did
Online. entertain.
This was genuinely, like, right here, what I'm doing right now is genuinely what I expected to do whenever I was like 5 years old. Playing video games, chilling with the boys, fucking around, having fun, eating fast food, drinking soda. Like, this is exactly what I wanted to do when I was a little fucking kid.
Just talk shit.
Not
repeat the same thing over and over and answer the same questions over and over. That's not a very fulfilling life, like, at all. For a lot of people, like, it's gonna be hard for you to understand. You're like, what is he talking about? Like, I wish too I could be playing video games all day and be paid for it. Let me tell you something.
It's hard.
Like, there's maybe, like, in PoE 10 streamers at most.
Yeah.
Who make more than minimum wage streaming. So you have to realize that
it sucks.
Your minimum wage, if you're a successful streamer, comes at a cost of you having no social life, of working, of being, like, accessible 20 hours a day. Because even when you sleep, people are going to ask you, how do you manage to fit like 2 auras in your build? Because they forgot to get like an enlightened.
I think that this is what he's saying now is definitely true, but I think part of this is voluntary. Like, the PoE community is extremely hardcore. So it's definitely, this is much more true for the PoE community. As a WoW player or just like a general player in general, like, or a streamer in general, I don't think that you have this level of expectation on you in terms of being online all the time or not having a social life. Like, for some people, it's definitely the case, and especially if you're trying to grind your stream and grow your stream, it becomes more of the case. But overall, it's not. I think it's definitely more true for some games than for other games.
For example, right? You will always have to be there. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. I can work at McDonald's and have more free time and more money than right now. It's crazy,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Man. It is crazy. I've got a master's degree in finance and accounting. I can just
also, he's got a real degree, not like in a dance theory or something like that. But that's see, this is the kind of person that's a top player. So now like Disney said that, like, now he's actually a top player in PoE because he has a finance degree in accounting, he's a master's degree in accounting. Yeah, he wasn't lying whenever he said he was really good at PoE.
So I'm going to use this instead of bitching. It's kind of sad, the dream is over. I thought for a moment, for a hot second, I thought I had it to really pop off. But just as I knew as I realized what I needed to do, I just didn't feel like it was for me anymore. Twitch changed a lot. I think we can all see this now. Whenever you join something, every streamer is trying to sell you something. I've been there. I've sold you stuff, and I hated it. Trying to sell you content, trying to sell you hype, trying to sell you, I don't know, like a vision. When I see like everybody trying to like network, like doing some video edit for us as streamers to get clout and do this, trying to get attention and all that, dude, it hurts my
dude, leaning back, looking up, asking yourself, why, God, have you put me in this place today? It feels like, you know what it feels like to me with like Twitch? It feels like Twitch used to be for losers and I fit in. And now it's for normal people, and now I'm a weirdo again. Like, I used to be, like, I used to be king of the losers, but now, like, there's normal people that, like, have jobs and, they care about fucking what clothes you're wearing and shit. And, like, those are the exact people that I'm like, I don't want to be in society. I don't like, these guys are weird, right? It's becoming a lot more like, streaming now is becoming a lot more like mainstream celebrity culture than it used to. And that makes me uncomfortable.
So, man, it hurts my soul. I was here on Twitch since day one. I remember I used to hang out on 4chan, on B, and when Justin TV launched Twitch, like, we had kind of like a viewing party where we would just put link of streams and just go around and see what's up, right? And just have a good time. So I was here on Twitch since the very, very first day, and
it was a long time ago.
It was just so cool, man. It felt like a little island of just fun. Like, it felt like a Saturday morning with your bro.
Yeah.
When you're 12 years old, eating cereals, playing games, and like beating each other's ass.
There's another reason why he feels this way is because he turned it into a job. It's like a game is fun to play, but whenever you have to play it, it's not as fun anymore. So, like, I think that, Twitch has changed, but also making it a job is going to change it too for you. And there's also like so much more of a fixation on like metrics and analytics and like viewer count, stuff like this, that I think that maybe 5 years ago it really wasn't quite as popular.
That's how Twitch felt for the longest time. But now it felt like everybody's got their fucking, how do you call this, like the e-leaves. It's like purple and green neon lights and like some dark synthwave playlist playing and some like colored hair with the fuckboy haircut. And you're like, yo, what's up, you guys? All right, today I got the thing for you. It's just like, dude, am I watching a fucking infomercial for gaming? You know what I mean? Like, this
don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
And me being a streamer ruined gaming for me.
Yeah.
It ruined gaming. And like, there's no way. Like, it did. And it took me so long to realize, and I'm so mad now.
I mean, streaming ruined Classic WoW for me. I don't think it necessarily ruined all games, but it definitely ruined Classic WoW. That was not good at all. But yeah, I mean, like, I remember there are people that they just, like, their energy levels are really, really high on making these YouTube videos, and it's kind of off-putting for me. Like, obviously, like, I have kind of, I'd say, like, my energy level on stream is, like, maybe a 7 or, like, an 8. Like, I'm pretty dialed up, too. But I like entertaining people. There's, like, a part of my personality that, like, I get a lot out of that. Like, it's not all my personality. There's another part of my personality. I like just sitting there chilling, just talking, right? But it's, you know, different parts of the same person. Zachar is 2. Yeah, Zachar is like a 3 or a 4, right? Whereas Asmongold's like a 7 or an 8.
Like, I'm so mad. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and I have other things. Like, I think I'm at the point in my life where I just, you know, honestly, it's gonna sound pathetic, but I just want to make a family. I just want to have a family. You know, I want to have kids.
I remember I watched this on my second stream and I was like, what a loser, dude. Imagine having, dude, imagine giving up like epic mounts for like a kid. Like, what? Whatever, dude. Wow. Imagine that.
I wanna tend to my garden. I wanna grow some fucking tomatoes. Give it to my wife and be like, hey, I made this. And then look at her and be like, it's good. And her like giving like a half forced smile, be like, yeah, it's better than the store bought for sure. You know, like I want to be a normie, dude. I know I will never be, but that's what I want right now. I want to have a job where I'm not a fucking slave to fucking public opinion. I think it's better to be a fucking slave, a wage slave, than a Twitch chat slave, because you guys are never happy. You guys always talk shit. When you want me to play like fucking 20 hours to find you the good builds, to find you the good strats, and then like you pop up like, oh, you look tired so much. Yo, guess what? I am. Everybody is. Like, just go around on PoE Twitch.
I think it's really important, like, as a streamer, to have boundaries. Like, for me, I used to get like overwhelmed by people trying to like kind of get into my attention or like, you know, do other shit like that. Whereas, like, later on, I just, I said, fuck it, man. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and that's all there is to it. And people push you in that way, and they make you do that certain kind of thing, man. Guys, if I could ever sit in a gray office for 10 hours a day and hate living, what a dipshit. I really feel so bad for people who think that that's the only way that you can live your life or have a job. I mean, there's plenty of jobs that are fun to do, that people enjoy doing. They get to see their friends at their job, and it makes them happy and feel good about themselves. Just because you don't have a job like that, just because your job sucks, doesn't mean that that's the only outcome that's possible. There's plenty of, you know, enjoyable jobs that people did. Like my dad, for example. He had a job that he worked at for a long time, and yes, sometimes he wanted to throw people out the window, but the rest of the time he had fun. And he had like a lot of friends, like a lot of the people that like, you know, like were like kind of uncles to me, really. Like, I mean, these were like my dad's like work friends, and he was really good friends with them. And you know, like he brought me up, and I knew these people, and it was great. I know this is hard to process or whatever, but I used to have a job. Like, I know this, and it was awful. Like, I hated having to wake up. Like, I had to wake up as, oh, fuck, I have to wake up. I have to be there, right? Like, yeah, there were things that were awful about it. But at the end of the day, I did enjoy going to my job. I saw my friends, and it was good. You know? Like, it was good. And there are many people out there that have that experience. I remember, I thought, so this is a experience that I had whenever I quit Sam's Club. Okay, this is my last real job was Sam's Club. I thought that I was never going to go back to school again. I thought I would never go back to school again. I would never do, you know, I would never have like a good job. I just don't really give a shit. I just want to make enough money to where I can sit at home and play video games and forget about the rest of it and just be a slacker. The second day at that job, maybe the first day at that job, I immediately went home and signed up to go to college at one of the universities here. That day. That day I said, you know what? Fuck this. And it didn't happen overnight. I didn't get in overnight. I fucking signed up to go to UT Law or not, the UT Business School, and I got declined. But you see what I'm saying? Is like, that motivated me, and I worked towards changing my situation. You don't just flip a switch.
Everybody looks like that's their last day on earth, dude. They're like, oh, dude, I want to go. Like, why am I doing this? I want to fucking go. I have to fund my 30 sub for today, or else I'm going to get kicked out from my apartment. That's the stage we fucking reach. Like, go around. Like, go to Twitch Path of Exile. Everybody wants to end. Everybody is gone. Everybody, it feels like a depression support group.
People want to...
And
that's
I think it's time for me to go. I think it's time for me to go. Now, I'm not talking shit. If you're a streamer and we know each other and you watch this video, I really, really wish you the best. I really hope you can make it work and you can make it last. And I really hope that there's a good game that comes to replace this fucking shit show. Because you might not say it, but I know you and I see it in your eyes. Like, you cannot wait for this game to die out and for another game to like replace it, like a fresh hype, fresh new mechanics, fresh world's first.
I think like a lot of that is like, I agree. I think there's people that feel the same way with WoW, but I do think that some of that is a construct of getting older. It's like you're looking for that next new, you're looking for the new frontier, right? The next adventure, the next thing that you can overcome. But you're never going to find it because it's something that's internal. Like, it's not, there's not a game, the game can't do this anymore. That's why he wants to have like a wife and kids, is because that's the new frontier. That's something different than what he's been doing. Doesn't matter what game he plays. Doesn't matter if it's Diablo 5. It's not going to make a difference.
That's what you want. And I know you're tired of defending GGG, right? But I know they also, you know, you got to get, you got to get your money. And I've been there and I'm still there. You got to get your money, so sometimes you have to say things or pander to people that you don't necessarily want to.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I really hope you'll make it, bro. Or sister, or others. We do not discriminate here. Anyways, yeah, so TLDR, I know like I should do this before. TLDR, PoE trash, Baked Chicken was right. Twitch changed, I changed, everybody changed, everybody. If you see me...
I think it's important to acknowledge that the fact that he acknowledged that he changed, that's very important, because it's definitely not just all on a game. And it's the same with WoW, right? I mean, there's plenty of people who just grow out of the game. That happens a lot.
Game, logged in, minding my own business. Please don't ask me questions about builds. I will not answer because, well, that's not my job anymore. So
True.
You're not entitled to my time anymore. And this is great. This is amazing. So I'm going to...
Should have done what I did. I never did that. People are like, what are you playing, man? Bro! I'm like, man, I want to be left. I want to play the game in the dark by myself listening to Metallica. The guy's entitled. Wait, so he's entitled, but you're not whenever you're mad that he doesn't want to talk to you. So he's entitled for not wanting to talk to you, but you're not entitled because you think he should have to talk to you? What do you mean? I think there's some entitlement, but it's not going the way you think it is.
I'm going to go back maybe to playing a little bit for myself, play other games,
play for yourself,
get a job. And yeah, I think, you know what? I think I can get a pretty decent job. I can get a pretty decent job. I'm not that dumb, I've got a degree and all that. And yeah, I'll get a job, go back to working out, like kind of fix this mess that my body has become, do a full blood checkup, get some physiotherapy for my back because, well, I've been gaming on this stupid chair for many, many years now. And yeah, just go back to my normification. Cannot wait. And just spend some quality time with my girlfriend, maybe build, maybe not a career, but build something that I like. And slowly but surely, like, get my love for gaming back. I'm not saying this is the end of my streaming. If there's a game that is worthy of me losing my life over it, I will come back. And I will geek out.
I love to hear that, man, because that's exactly what I say. I'm just waiting for a game that's worth wasting your life over.
I will quit my job and geek out.
It is hard.
I've always done this. I might do it again, unless I'm really comfortable in my situation. But no date, so you can cancel your sub. you should cancel your sub. Yeah, I'll stay away from socials as much as possible. I will make a new personal Discord account for just my close friends.
That's nice.
And yeah, it was a fun journey, dude. I feel like it hasn't hit me yet. I don't want to make it overly emotional. It's just, it was a phase. Maybe I should call my mom and tell her, Mom, you're right. It was just a phase. But yeah, your boy SOMAYD
Mom, you were
here.
Right.
Signing out. And yeah, it actually hits me pretty hard.
It's sad to make the video, isn't it?
But I cannot look back. It's unhealthy.
Yeah, it's sad to make the video.
And I think I've got to finally start respecting myself instead of just being a beggar online for subs. Yeah.
I got no problem being a beggar online for subs. Okay? Like, I live as a degenerate. I will always be a degenerate. And I love it.
Hey, good luck everybody out there. Life is tough. Go get your vaccine.
Oh, it's going to upset some people.
Respect yourself. Respect your surrounding. And you don't have to keep playing this game, man. You don't have to do it yourself, okay? You can break the cycle. And it's hard for me. Like, to me, quitting PoE is just changing my life entirely.
It's, especially like for me, it'd be the same with WoW.
I'll be signing out. Salute everybody. Take care.
I'll give you thanks for 5 subs, man. Appreciate it.
Yo, what up? Bye.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a sad video to watch. I mean, I think a lot of people probably feel this way, and especially streamers, sometimes they feel like they want to just like stop streaming. And I think also like it's the same as like what he was saying before about how like streamers, they feel like they have to say and do certain things. And like, for example, whenever an event happens or something happens, there are definitely like correct opinions to have. So like, for example, like, hating Alinity was the correct opinion to have that I did not have. Everybody got mad at me for it. Let's see. What are some other opinions that I've had over the years, guys? I'm sure you'll fucking know all of them because you're the ones making the threads about them, the hate threads on Reddit about them. What were the other things that people have said? The Hong Kong thing. Yeah, that's another really good example. Yeah. And your take on it's gonna, people got mad at me about, the whole Leafy thing. People got really mad about like my perspective on like making content that I feel is, at other people's expense. And like a million, there was like 20 videos, 50 videos made about me, right? They were really mad at me. And I never stopped thinking what I was thinking. But the truth is that I'm lucky that I have a pretty big audience of people. I have a lot of people that watch my stream. So I am more resilient to being able to have an opinion that's not the norm. But if you're a smaller streamer, and even if you're just like a mid-sized streamer, there's a lot of times where like you can't have an opinion about certain things. Or like everybody is gonna fucking hate you. And it happens. It definitely happens to some people. And they cancel you and they're just tired of listening to you and they're like, we don't like you anymore, etc. And it's scary to have that happen to you, especially as like a content creator, because it's like you want to say how you feel, right? Because of course, like streaming is to some degree, it's personal expression. But at the same time, you know that if you say how you feel about something, that you could lose a large amount of your revenue. You see what I'm saying?